Welcome back, YouTubers, to another Q&A with us, the British Fist.
Coaching.
This is the video where we interact with you guys out there, our subscribers, and we answer your questions that you send us. I am Mr. Parkin. This guy sitting next to me, though, I think you know what he's going to say next, but do it anyway, NJ.
What's up?
Indeedly doodly. Right then, make sure you guys subscribe up above, like this video, and put your questions in that comment section below. Also, contact us on Facebook or send us an inbox, which is preferable for us for answering questions.
And you'll find those links in the description box below.
Yes, you will indeed. One thing I want to say before we start this Q&A is we have had a massive flood of questions. We thank you very much for this, but we will say one thing though. Please be patient because we've had a lot of questions to answer and NJ is doing the signal for you guys. We have a lot of questions to answer, so please be patient if your question is not being answered yet. It will definitely be answered in the future. We will get down to it as soon as we can, as this is kind of a weekly thing. So let's not waste more time. Let's get straight onto the latest questions that we've got, eh?
Let's go!
First question is from Zack Ball. If you could pick 4 wrestlers from the Attitude Era to take on 4 superstars from the PG Era in an old school Survivor Series elimination tag match, who would you pick and why?
Well, we'll start with the Attitude Era.
There's 2 obvious ones, isn't
there? Okay, there'll be The Rock!
Definitely.
And Steve Austin!
The 2 biggest draws of the Attitude Era, yes. I think we'd also have Undertaker in there.
Undertaker would be good because he's a big part of the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
so yeah.
And another big part of the Attitude Era is Triple H. So that's our 4, I guess, there.
Yeah. Now into the PG.
Yeah, I'd love to include Shawn Michaels there, but unfortunately I can't because he wasn't really part of the Attitude Era, was he?
Not for
the PG Era, right. So no Cena and no Orton because we don't want them in there. We'd have CM Punk. We'd have The Miz. R-Truth.
Oh, I don't think he's actually in the kind of main event section.
Okay, so we've got Miz and Punk. Who else would you have? Wade Barrett?
Wade Barrett. I know he's been messing around on SmackDown, but getting back involved, yeah.
What about Sheamus?
Then Sheamus would be, because he's starting to become a good draw now, so yeah,
so
Sheamus.
That'd be a good match, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Yes.
And we'll have a big match between all 8.
Going to be reminiscent of the Rock and Cena teaming up, eh? But anyway, go on to our next question, which is from the Black Rose 1991, a guy you should all subscribe to, and I hear voices or doors, but that's just me. Do you think it would be good if ROH replaced FCW as WWE's farm territory? ROH have much better stars than FCW and could help ROH get known more to fans. Or do you think ROH's product would just suffer from having to conform to Vince McMahon's vision?
I think ROH should just stay as it is, because it's going to keep progressing, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so hopefully. I think leave it as it is.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think they should really introduce ROH as an FCW type thing. I think that would really be an injustice to ROH, who could really do good things on their own. I think that's pretty much it. And I think if they did do that, ROH's product would just suffer from Vince McMahon's vision, which you've seen is a watered down kind of wrestling product, whereas ROH is more about the wrestling. The quality of wrestling. So, no, we don't really want to see that. We'd rather see ROH develop as its own company, even if it does fail, which we hope it doesn't, by the way, because we need competition in this business.
We do, very much so.
The next question is from Mr. Trick One, Sheldon Fernandez, a regular question asker on our Q&As, and he asked us 4 more questions here. I'm not really sure how many more questions he could ask us, but I'm sure he'll think of some more. Number 1, what is the future for Cody Rhodes?
He's been in talks about getting himself into the main event, so I'm thinking once he's lost his IC Championship, I think he'll get there. He'll make it. As
a Cody Rhodes mark myself, I do see good things for Cody Rhodes now. He's holding that Intercontinental belt. At the time we record this, he's in a rivalry with Randy Orton. Whether or not that helps him or not, we do not know. But hopefully he will get elevated into that main event scene because I do feel he has warranted that a possible main event push in the future. So we do see good things for Cody Rhodes, especially with his developing character.
Yeah, he's just going more and more into the WWE over the years. So I think he could definitely be good in the main event.
Will we ever see AJ Styles in the WWE?
AJ, no. I think even though he's a hard worker, I still think he's a hard worker for TNA.
Yeah, and if he went to WWE, he would just be an Evan Bourne and they'd never really use him in the way they should do.
No.
Exactly. So best not to go to WWE. 3. How can WWE book Sheamus as the World Heavyweight Champion? Well, Batista, pretty much how they book Batista. Monster babyface.
Yeah, I think they continue the way they're going at the moment.
Yeah, have him win the belt from Henry at a big pay-per-view like a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that would be a good idea for him.
That would set him off of the tree. Just keep building him up with Christian, and then when Mark Henry has finished his feud with Big Show, Kane or whatever, then allow them 2 to feud, because it never really finished, did it?
No, because on Raw, we've seen that he can hold a championship and do good stuff with it. So I'm thinking, it's a shame that he went down on SmackDown, but they're bringing him back up. So I think, continue as he is, he'll get there again. Just
keep booking him strong, keep booking him dominant. That's pretty much how you put over a monster babyface. It worked with Batista, there's no reason why it can't work for Sheamus, or even in the future, a guy like Mason Ryan. So,
very true.
The next question is for you, NJ. NJ, how does Monster Drink help you?
Well, I had one today, and damn, it's good. And all I say is that it gives me a kick, you know, a little bit of a kick, yeah, it gives me a good feeling. There you go.
Is that everything?
Well, there's more I could say, but then we've got to try and go on to the next question.
I've just thought of a nice video idea for your channel. Why you like Monster.
That'd be a good video, so check out that one when I do it.
By the way, if you haven't already checked it out, make sure you check out our little comedy video we did, NJ Loves Monster. We'll put it in the description box below for you guys. It's funny. Go check it out. The next question is from Abhinav Devils. Double Z there. Pretty cool. Do you think WWE will bring back the Cruiserweight title?
No.
No, I don't think so either. Even though they kind of have guys in there that could challenge for it, it just doesn't... I don't
lack
think...
of importance.
Yeah, it will have a lack of importance. And, of course, WWE can't really book too much for the titles they have. No. So... probably best not to bring back the Cruiserweight title, even though it might bring Cruiserweights into it. Just won't make them stand out very much.
So all I'll say is that Cruiserweights are now becoming into the tag teams. Yeah. Possible Cruiserweights are going into the tag team. I think the tag team is a lot higher than Cruiserweight, so keep as they are. Even
if that belt does mean next to nothing, but
sadly, yes.
better than no belt, eh?
True.
The next question comes from Mugger Baby. Oh, Mugger Baby. What's up? Do you now think that the CM Punk storyline could have been better if they would have kept him gone for longer instead of bringing him back a week later? Looking back at it now, we can actually sort of analyse it a bit better now, can't we?
Well, I'm going to say if they made him wait a little bit longer, it would have made it a bit more of a...
realistic storyline.
Yeah. At the same time, I'm quite glad that it came back because wrestlers, WWE don't have much main eventers, and CM Punk being there has helped them to progress more storylines.
Definitely, and that is a point. You know, they brought him back... they could have brought him back to really enhance the storyline. They could have not brought him back to really enhance the storyline, but also at the same time, they kind of needed him on Raw because he was probably one of their biggest stars and the biggest talking points in wrestling at the time. So they could have benefited, but in all's well, they kind of need ratings and stuff, I guess.
Very true. Yes, there we go.
The next question comes from Josh Brown, aka Misfit151. He says, "What Survivor Series style match would you love to see at Survivor Series this year?"
Just stick with traditional, you know, elimination, traditional 5-on-5.
You do like elimination matches, just because they last for longer and, you know, they have a little bit more importance to them. So, yeah, traditional 5-on-5 elimination match.
There we go, yeah.
Cena Rock or Triple H Laurinaitis or whatever they're going to do. That's what we want to see. Yes. The next question is from Stuart Maggs, or the next two questions, I should say. Can you tell me what the hell is going on with this flat-rated show NXT and why, for the love of God, have they not axed it yet?
Sadly, I'm going to say NXT 1 was definitely a good thing because they had all these wrestlers that were possibly going to be WWE wrestlers, and from there they just kept going down and downhill. The Divas one didn't work out. The one with Kavara didn't work out. So, to be honest, they just went downhill rapidly after season 1. I
can only imagine that WWE are keeping it on there just because they really do want to showcase some of their talent. I don't know why it's still on there. It really does suck. They should just take it off. I think it's on the website now, but I don't know. It's actually on TV, isn't it? We see it on Sky Sports. So I don't know why they haven't axed it. They really should replace it with something like MCW or even Superstars or something like that. Just something better. Next question. Do you prefer the old Undertaker at the original Survivor Series or the new Undertaker? One without any hair, I'm guessing you're talking about him?
Oh, I don't know which one you're talking about. But Undertaker has changed gimmick over the years, and I'm going to say the whole Ministry of Darkness one was good.
The Ministry of Darkness one was very good. The new one... the newer kind of the streak version, or you know whatever you want to call it, was good. But I do like the original. It had a more unique feel about him. He seemed less humanized, which is a good thing in the wrestling business because you know it was a very unique character, and that is why he's got a streak, and that is why his character has got so much longevity as it is, because he was a unique character which would never probably be done again.
No, I think the importance of the WWE keeping Taker as he is, I think they'll do more better things with how he is now.
Yeah, definitely. The next question comes from Stagbot. That's an awesome name. Do you guys do live reactions for WWE pay-per-views? Will you be doing them for Impact pay-per-views anytime soon? The TNA pay-per-views?
Again, that is an idea, but at the moment, while we're just waiting for TNA to maybe pick up or come onto a steady pace, just wait for them.
And also, it doesn't really help that we've only really just got into it, and we've only, even though we've been watching it for what, like 4, 5, maybe 6 months, we still haven't really picked like proper favourites and stuff yet. So for us, reaction videos will be a little bit pointless. So
in time maybe.
In time we might do, but we'll still continue doing them for WWE pay-per-views though. Number 2, I don't see this happening, but if WWE were to somehow acquire Impact Wrestling, would they do another Invasion storyline, and would such a move benefit either company? I think in terms of the talent that WWE could get, it could benefit them. But an actual storyline, you know that Vince McMahon would just bury TNA, wouldn't you?
That's what I was going to say, but at the same time, you're taking out a competition. Yeah, TNA's not doing amazingly well, but again, there's still competition to WWE. So taking away one of them will only WWE and ROH. And ROH is not brilliant yet, so So I think they need to keep it as 3 separate ones.
We saw what happened after WWE bought WCW and ECW, so I don't really want to see that again. I want to see competition in the business. So I don't want them, even if they did, I wouldn't want them to see them through the storyline because last time it did flop. Even though it would be interesting and the talent acquired would be quite good, rather not see it.
Because I think it would be better than the last Invasion storyline. Give it that. It'd be more interesting. The amount of wrestlers that TNA have, it could be a good one, but I don't think they'll do it.
Definitely. Imagine how good the tag team division could be with beer money.
Oh, that would be a good thing for the WWE.
Yeah, definitely. The next, oh god, Sheldon again. Mr. Trick One has asked us 5 more questions. Can this happen? That Triple H becomes heel, brings back the Wolfpack with Scott Hall and X-Pac, and CM Punk forms his own group with Colt Cabana and Kings of Wrestling? Probably not.
Okay, Scott Hall and X-Pac, I think they've got their own thing now somewhere.
Scott Hall is dying, isn't he, or something? I don't know. Scott Hall has got bad health, so he won't be coming back to the ring.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, to be honest,
no.
Triple H being a heel, I'll put thumbs up to that, but the rest of it, I just don't see.
I think it would be a lot easier for the WWE if they just made Triple H heel. But at the same time, this is a very out there storyline. It would be interesting, I guess, but it's not going to happen, is it? WWE haven't really used Cabana and Kings of Wrestling. Well, Claudio's in development, so we know that's not going to happen. So probably not, even though it'd be interesting. Number 2, how can Sheamus become a world champ?
Beat Mark
Henry. Mark Henry. That's how he can become world champ. Be built up as a monster babyface and just beat the hell out of Mark Henry after a 3-month-long feud or something.
Because I think he can make it there again. It's no reason why not. So yeah. Very good, Mark Henry.
So is the future for Alberto Del Rio bright? Where will his place be when WrestleMania comes around? His future is bright, isn't it?
I'm going to say they're booking him badly. From his first title reign to his second, they're still booking bad. But I think as time goes by, he's going to start to become more and more involved in WWE. And I think the booking could get better for him.
Hopefully, because we did a video on this, or I don't know when we were uploading it, but we did a video talking about the future guys in WWE. And if we have uploaded it, when we've uploaded this Q&A, we will link it in the description box below. If not, we'll do it later on. And we did talk about Alberto Del Rio being a bright prospect for WWE and a future main event guy. I hope they book him a lot stronger. And when WrestleMania comes around, I do expect him to be in that main event scene. Yeah,
because again, he is our WWE champion, so he needs to be involved in big and better matches. So hopefully, yeah.
Are you guys into the whole GM thing?
What GM?
Exactly, yeah. But the GM thing was a good concept at the start. We had Bischoff and Stephanie. That was a good little thing. It was good. The interbrand competition was very good, but since then the interbrand competition has kind of gone down because WWE has kind of concentrated more on Raw than SmackDown. I do think a general manager is good because they can make matches and stuff. The anonymous GM sucked, but generally I kind of like the GM idea.
Again, the only thing I'll change about the GM thing is get a new SmackDown GM because he's been there the longest reigning SmackDown GM period all along. I think we need to get a new one so we can have maybe a battle of the GMs.
Bring back Shane O'Mac.
That'd be a good example of one. Yes.
Number 5. When will MVP return? After what WWE did to him, probably not. I mean, he's in Japan now wrestling, so I don't really expect him to return anytime soon.
And he seems to be happy where he is. Yeah. He's doing wonders for his new wrestling place, so I think he won't come back.
Interesting fact about MVP. He supports Manchester United, which is the team I support.
Hey.
Get in MVP if you're watching this video. Chargo21. Why do you guys hate Zack Ryder? I think this would be a great question to end the video on. Let's go into detail about why we hate Zack Ryder.
Let me just start off. His first tag team, he came to WWE as a tag team with Kurt Hawkins. Bingo, he was doing great. He was even involved with Edge, the main eventer, so great. I had no problem.
With me, Zack Ryder, the whole problem with Zack Ryder for me is that he's very overrated in the way that the internet fans seem to really like him, but it takes more than that to get over in the ring. You know, it's one thing getting yourself over on the internet, but it's not just because a guy is over on the internet, it doesn't mean he's going to be over in the ring. And a lot of people are saying that he should be world champion, and he just doesn't warrant that. What has he done to deserve? Like, I mean, he's got himself over in a very unique way. I'll give him that. I grant him that big time, but he's not over enough. He might be over in the ring now, but it's only a temporary thing. He's not a permanent deal, a permanent future draw like a Mason Ryan or Alex Riley could be.
Because his career was going great with Kurt Hawkins. Then he had that disappearance after Kurt Hawkins went. Then in that time he was away, he just went on the internet and did big videos and that. But then when he came back, we were expected to buy into him and think, he made great videos, he'll be a great wrestler. But no.
No, I really can't buy into him. And the fact he's getting like US title shots and is getting involved with Dolph Ziggler and stuff really pisses me off. But I mean, we just don't like Zack Ryder's character. I think It's just we don't feel it's warranted, the kind of reaction he's getting. He'd be great in a tag team, don't get me wrong, but not as a mid-carder or anything more than that, like some people want him to be.
And the whole thing is, he's not been in wrestling long since he came back, and already having him working alongside Theodore Long. Why does he deserve it? I just really think the WWE are trying to make him as big as he is on the internet. It's not working.
Definitely. So I think there's only a couple of things to say here, and that is Zack Ryder. Fuck you! I'm filming for my internet show, The British Fist. But anyway, you know, so that's why we hate Zack Ryder. We just don't really see why he gets all the reaction that he does personally. And it's just, at the end of the day, it is our opinion. So please respect our opinion, and we will respect your opinion if you do like Zack Ryder. But just take into account our opinion, please.
And all I'll say, Zack Ryder, get yourself back to the tag team, help the tag team division out, and stop messing around with the WWE, because you're not actually doing anything worthy in the WWE at the minute.
Zack Ryder and Santino.
That could be a tag team.
A comedy tag team.
Too long, but yeah.
No, comedy tag team. I think that was a good place to end it. We'll end it there. Please, guys, even though we have a bundle of questions, keep sending in your questions, because we want these Q&As to go on for as long as we can. We're at Q&A number 21 now, and I want to keep doing these because I fucking love doing them.
And I love them doing too. But the thing is, you've heard these words, the answers from the British Fist, and that has been it from Mr. Parkin and NJ. And that's left to say goodbye.